All right, guys, welcome back to another car vlog. And today I kind of want to talk about what it's like to become a golf content creator. And if you're thinking about doing it, the three things that I wish I knew before I started. And first off, I'll just get right into it. First off, is you have to be, and I know everyone says this, but you have to be consistent. But the easiest way to actually stay consistent is by posting something that you can repeatably do. And so, for example, like I've been playing the last 15 years, grew up, loved this game, made my first YouTube video back when I was 7, and I wish I would have stuck with it. And I got one hate comment, and then I just I just quit when I was like 8. I woke up, got a bad comment. I was like, all right, and then yeah. Anyways, don't you can't care what others think. But when it comes to making consistent content, you have to be able to do something that you can do every single day. And you're not going to always love it. You're not always going to love the micro of it, of the day to day of editing and posting and setting up and all this stuff. But you have to love the long term, the macro, right? You don't or sacrifice the micro for the macro. But if you're making content that you can't do on a consistent basis because let's say it's super edited, then it's really hard to stick with it. And a lot of creators, a lot of people, whether you're making golf videos or entrepreneurship videos or cooking videos, they quit because of burnout, because of the friction that it takes to take your content to the next level, to consistently produce it. So, like, it's same thing with working out, right? If you have to drive 40 minutes to the gym every morning, that's a lot of friction. And so you might be motivated in the morning to, or at night to watch a David Goggins video and be like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. To wake up at 5 a.m. and drive 40 minutes, that is a lot of friction. Versus me, luckily, I have a gym for $10 a month, 5 minutes from my house. I can walk to it. And so that cuts down on the friction of me being able to actually do that every day consistently. And so when it comes to like golf content for me, like you guys might know, if not on Instagram, I make a lot of swing review videos. And so I just had the idea of like, I saw Dave Portnoy doing it with pizzas a while back, rating pizzas 1 through 10. I know what a good golf swing looks like. I was like, why not just have some fun and do this? But I'm able to consistently put out content because, someone submits a video, they join Outlaw, they submit a video, and I'm able to just look at it one time. Okay, say, okay, I got the score in my head, make it, and basically throw a little score up there at the end, and it takes me 5 to 10 minutes to make one video. So I'm able to consistently do that on a repeatable basis. Now I want to start doing other types of content. I don't just want to be the swing review guy, but you get the point. So if you're going to make content, whether it's for golf or anything basically, then have it be consistent, have it be something you can do repeatably without exhausting your audience, obviously, but to the point where it's not a chore every single day to do it because it's something that you love, something that you're passionate about. Number two, and I want to get straight to it, is being real and authentic. And so I know a lot of people say that, but what does it actually mean? Well, even just a simple video like this, I set it up in my car. I have a mic. I spent a couple $100s on, like, put it, invested it towards nice equipment, but there's no fancy edits. There's not a lot of jump cuts. There's nothing crazy about these videos. And even when I'm doing the swing reviews or when I'm doing stuff, building a community or posting, or hopefully I'll start putting out more fun videos in the future, but I'm real. And so, like, you really can't care what others think about you. And I'm not saying to be rude or be, whatever, but people can tell when you're faking it. People can tell when you're not being yourself. People can tell when you're just doing it to get likes or views, or, you're basically going against the grain, and you're going to wipe out. Like, someone else tried copying swing reviews because they saw me do it. And then within a month, they like burned out because it wasn't original to them. So being real and authentic is super important. You don't need a bunch of flashy edits. You don't need to get the best camera. This is like shot on an iPhone right now. I'm in a parking lot in a bank, I think. So, and I just literally got, a thing off Amazon that connects to my windshield where I can talk to the camera like this. So you don't need to, the barrier to create content has never been lower as long as you're giving real, authentic advice, being yourself, being able to stay consistent. And the third that I want to touch on is knowing your strength. And so for the longest time, I was like, oh, maybe I should do Twitter. Maybe I should start, writing a bunch. And I'll be honest with you, I hate writing. I just don't like it. I'd much rather just talk on camera like this. I'm comfortable. Of course, it takes like, time to develop the skill, and I'm not even great at it. But I know my strength is doing stuff like this or talking on camera or, showing my face basically versus, writing out paragraphs on Twitter or responding to 100 people a day. That's a great way to grow, right? But it's just not for me. And so I've been back and forth. Oh, I should be everywhere. And now I'm finally deciding, like, hey, I'm just going to do YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and not try to go do everything all at once because I run a business, I run a golf thing. Like, I'm trying to grow two things at once almost. And so the last thing I need is to try to now do copywriting, for a Twitter account, even if it is my own. And if you build a really strong base on one platform, which hopefully, like, I'd love YouTube, I want to really invest in this channel, um, then hopefully your followers, your subscribers will be able to see that and they'll follow you in other channels if you do ever decide to go down that route. When you are big enough, and I'm not big enough, but you get the point. And so know your strengths, right? If you're a great writer and you hate being behind camera, then go all in on Twitter. Be the best golf content creator on Twitter ever, and post a few videos, but comment a bunch of times on other people's stuff. So my strength, talking on camera, I'm trying to be consistent as possible as I can, and I try to be real and authentic as I can with you guys. Like, I love business, I love entrepreneurship, I love golf. Am I only going to talk about golf on this channel? Probably not. But hopefully, you want to make a personal brand around you as a person, not the niche. And so at least that's my goal. Is like, hey, if I make a cooking video one day, which I probably won't, because I'm the world's worst cook. But if I were, hopefully a few of the people on this channel, a few of my subscribers would watch it because they're like, oh, like, well, that's something new. I'll watch that. Like, it's still Tyler. So that is what I would do if you are going to start making content, specifically golf content. Then, I would just put yourself out there. If you have an advantage, like if you're played all your life, then go out and film some on-course content, right? I know people who are, they're like terrible. Like, they are just not good golfers, but they crush it on social media, and they don't even film some golf course content. They just, like, you know, post other things about golf or talk about hot takes and, what Scotty Scheffler shot last weekend, and they crush it. And so, but if you are a really good golfer, then maybe you do want to go out on the course and film and show, like, hey, look out, I've invested in my childhood playing this game. Like, let me show you guys a couple cool things. And so you're never too late. And if you apply these three principles, then I think you're going to have a lot more success. And I wish I knew them beforehand starting. Like, if I would have just stayed consistent when I first started, then, like, who knows where we'd be. But I just want to document this and some other things along the way that I learned. And hopefully you guys enjoy videos like this. So appreciate you big time. Thank you for watching. And hopefully you got a nugget or two. So I'll see you in the next one.